Good evening, everyone. It's Jazz with his Professor Specs on, which I kind of need these days. Apparently, went for an eye test a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, it comes to us all, doesn't it? Age comes to us all, doesn't wait for anyone, and yeah, looks like I need him now and again. But anyway, good evening. Hope everyone is good, and I have had a pretty shitty day. Nothing too serious, but you get the gist of it because you're part of it. So basically, I go into the office in London now and again for the work that I do, largely work from home, but I do like to go in as much as I can. And I thought I'd be clever and do a show early in the morning around about 9 o'clock before I start work for some of the transfer news that's been coming out late last night and this morning. And did the video, as you know, uploaded it. Audio was terrible. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? So I kind of let it go. And then I did another one acting more clever at lunchtime, and the audio is even worse. I had to delete it. So this show is actually what I was going to talk about around lunchtime, and it's only now that I've had time to do it. So I come back from London, and the missus is like, "Oh, can you drop me off somewhere? I'm going out." And then I had to water the plants. It's so hot, and then I got a cat that needs looking after. 2, 3 other kids always need things. So it goes on and on. But now, what is it, 8, 9 o'clock? Now I'm ready, at peace, quiet in the house, can kind of think about what I want to say, do a bit of research. I'm nice and relaxed, and yeah, I'm ready now. So, but it all tells you, it all goes to show how much effort channel guys go through. We got so much equipment that we need to test: audio, visual, thumbnails, platforms like StreamYard that we use. Sometimes it don't work. Even now, I usually use 1 or 2 more graphics, and it just wouldn't upload before the show. There's an error. It'll probably be okay tomorrow. These are the type of things that happen. Sometimes we forget to plug in the right audio, and so all these things just happen, right? It is part of the West Ham Fans Channel YouTube roller coaster show, shall we say. Anyway, Jazz, stop waffling on. Get on with it, son. So, transfer window news hotting up every hour, and it's going to be like that, like I said, with just over a week to go. But what's exciting about what I'm going to talk about now is something, as you know, I've been drumming about for a while now. We need to sign strikers, preferably 2 proper strikers, and also strikers that play according to the manager's formation and wishes. Strong, good stamina, good strength, can press teams with the ball, press them without the ball. He's always naturally a goal scorer or striker, so natural position is always in and around the penalty area. He doesn't drift out too much to the wing. He doesn't drift out towards a semi-centre circle tackling or something like that. I just want him there. And these 3-4 names that I'm going to talk about, looks like we're talking to at least 2 of them. You know, talks are kind of ongoing, progressing. And if we can get these people in, then that'll mean, yeah, I think Arnie was the last sort of striker, even though he was a striker, but we turned him into one. And luckily it worked out. So Arnie was the last one. So quite a good few strikers have kind of failed. Haller, Skamaka, Chicharito, all those, 3-4 others that top of my head I can't think of. So it's been a long time, and especially the record under the current ownership of Gold, rest in peace Sullivan, it's not been good. So we desperately need, we've forgotten what it's like to have a striker. It's been that long, and I was afraid that Antonio did well at the weekend. And then Moyes might be thinking, okay, we might be okay with him because they're not going to release him now. That's kind of coming out now. So you might be thinking, I can play Antonio till Christmas, then we'll think about it. I don't want none of that going on. So the first one is El Nesyri that we spoke about in my other show. 25-26 Moroccan regular, played in the World Cup. Agard's kind of teammate, and Sevilla, been there a good few years. We tried to sign him twice, and due to his love for Sevilla and the place and whatever the club, he's not quite able to kind of make him come. And but maybe the time's right, like I mentioned earlier. Maybe he wants to leave now after being there a number of years, wants to change. Everyone wants to play in the Premiership. He'll be earning more money. Sevilla in financial trouble, and got a teammate there already that can help. Explaining can help him settle down as well, so all the things are good. I want him there. I like him. I think he'll be good. The only thing is, if you look at the goals scored, he hasn't scored a lot that you would expect, but that could improve due to, well, if he joins us, there's more creativity. Got Ward-Prowse, got Bowen, Got Paqueta, one or two others, so hopefully we'll create a bit more for him. But what I like about him is he's a bit like the Heskey, of those of you that can remember. He's very good at working hard, and he'll always be there. And hopefully he's strong, doesn't get injured a lot. A few injuries in his career, not too much, but you see what I mean. But he's certainly he can play on his own with 2-3 centre backs marking him. He's fine, very good in the air, like I said, from Ward-Prowse's set pieces. Good on the floor, can hold it. Good touch on him, good shot. Very stable player that can hold it and bring the other players around him. So I think he's a decent choice. We're speaking to Sevilla. There's rumours that we flew out to wherever he was on holiday to discuss in more detail. Sevilla, financial trouble. Could be a loan option, we don't know. If it's going to be permanent, you're looking at the 30-35 million mark. We don't know. But hopefully that one gets over the line. There's only 8 days to go till the window closes. Lukaku is the one I did mention earlier on that I didn't mind him, but he's probably the one I don't want out the 4. He's kind of attitude's up in the air, I think, what people are saying. Not sure if he's a team player. He's more or less coming towards the end of his career. He's made so much money. I don't know how much of motivation he's got. So he was the one I'd get on loan at worst, you see. Solanke is the second one I'd like because, again, 25, 24, 25, strong. Second Premiership season, so he's getting better and better. Again, didn't score too many goals last season, but he kind of played a lot of games, a lot of assists, holds it, strong, scored against us. There's a steady improvement in his career after starting slowly, after signing from Liverpool with that big price tag. Eddie Howe brought him there, if you remember. So I don't mind Solanke either. We've offered 40 million. They've gone quiet on us. Understandably, he's one of their best players. And then it says Itikeke, I can't pronounce it, the PSG guy. I don't know much about him. We bidded for him. Or were linked with him last summer. Again, he can play on the wing or up front, so similar kind of player. But I like Nesyri because he's an out-and-out striker, and Solanke's as well. So those two for me be good. I think we're trying to bring 1 or 2 in. So even if Nesyri comes, we'll try to get another one in, which is all the better. That's what we need. And then the Kudos deal is going on and off, on and off. That's getting pretty annoying now. And I think even West Ham, reports from X saying, West Ham are saying, we either go forward with this or we completely just stop playing games now. So I think the fee keeps moving. The agent fees are coming in the way. Player apparently doesn't mind coming, but there's only so much, how many days you can waste with that deal, you're right. But the idea is we get 1 or 2 strikers in and him in. That'll be it. But for me, we need to use the loan market more, and we've got to get a left back, right back in. I mean, our fullbacks against Chelsea got roasted. They got no pace, right? And that pace Chelsea showed, a lot of teams in the league have got that pace. We're going to come against that time and time again. And next time, we might not get away with it, right? So I think the warning signs are there. We need to get young, fast fullbacks at this club. And there's all kinds of other news, like Kehrer back to Bayern Munich. And then Fornals swap with Nesyri. That could happen. For me, I wouldn't swap Fornals unless at least 15 million, 20, or we get something back. Then that would be financially a really good deal for us. And then we could really go for a second striker then. Then that changes the whole dynamics of it. But I like Fornals. He's a good lad. He's a good squad player. He doesn't really let you down that badly. If he's always trying, running around. Finishing needs to be improved on, but he's all right. But if we're going to get 15, 20 million out of him, and that enables us to buy more, improve more, rest of the squad, then I'm kind of more up for it. Because that'll mean that you've used the money from a player who's not in your 11 to actually bring someone in good enough to be in the 11, a starting left back, starting right back, or a really good second striker as a backup, which you all need. And then Antonio can focus on the midfield and the wings, supporting that area, you see. And I also want to see more of Cornet. I don't know what's going on in the background, but I'll stick to my guns. And hopefully Cornet will come good. The boy has got the skill, the goals. He can play. So I'm hoping that oops, there you go. I didn't do anything and it shoves me out the stream. These are the kind of things that happen. But yeah, a lot of things to look at. But I thought I'd kind of report my excitement that we're about to hopefully look at seriously signing 1 or 2 strikers before the windows close. back tomorrow evening, 8 o'clock, with the weekly West Ham fan show. So that's me. So we're live. That's me, Frankie, and one or two others. I'll ask her some questions, and then I'll give my views, and then also we'll kind of sort of answer some questions from you in the chat, and that'll be 8 o'clock. So join us then, and then anything else happens before then, I'll be back on live, and a lot of things are happening, so I am more than likely to come on tomorrow morning and probably lunchtime again, because it's only 2 windows a year, and it is busy with the news really. And apart from that, we'll be back with a live show. Like I said, we'll read out all your messages in your chat, interact with you, take your questions, and then also I'll interact with our people in our kind of in the studio really. So Frankie will be there, I'll be there, and hopefully get 1 or 2 more lads in there for you. So anyway, have a good evening, and we'll catch up tomorrow. Take care. Come on, you irons.